the judge's signature in our case file there in our office.
Okay. What if someone wants to start a business? They have a building. They've gone through the process to get whatever licensing they need. They come to you for at what stage in the process would they come to you?
Well, they'll come to us and we can set them up with a business assessment under their business name.
Okay.
And then they just add like their vehicles. Say for instance, it's a farmer. They'll list their tractors and their combines and the work vehicles that they have, the trucks and whatever they use on the farm.
Okay, so once whoever is getting whatever business, once they have all of their supplies and all of the things that are going to be that they're going to use for business purposes, they have a list of that, then they come to you and say, this is the list of my property with, under this business name, and then you assess.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. We put they'll give us the VIN number. We put the VIN number in, and then it generates the assessed value and gives it a.
Okay, so it's all computer generated.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now, is it based on the county or state, or is this a general, nationwide assessment, or how do you know how the numbers are generated?
No, I do not,
Okay.
because that's basically in the assessor's office here in Jonesboro.
Okay.
But we just
You plug it in and
we plug it in and it pops up.
Okay.
Once again, we're speaking with Lesia Couch. She is running for Craighead County Circuit Clerk on the Democratic ticket. Forgot to give earlier because, as Quabila said, I was working on some technical things. KLEK and the Voice of Arkansas Minority Advocacy Council does not endorse nor support any candidate for office, nor was any compensation provided for this interview. This interview is provided for educational purposes only. We had to start our live stream on Facebook the old school way on our phone because the live stream computer was just updating, but our in-studio live stream is live on YouTube. So if you want to see the full view of how the studio looks, you can go on the KLEK YouTube page and check that out. You can also leave your questions and comments on our Facebook live stream, and you can also give us a call at 870-277-1080. Once again, that phone number is 870-277-1080 if you have any questions, calls, or comments for Mrs. Lesia Couch, Democratic candidate for Craighead County Circuit Clerk.
Alrighty. So I do want to ask, you've been doing this job for, you said, over 15 years.
Yes, ma'am.
What made you want to continue in this line of work?
Well, I enjoy serving the people. And, in the office when I ran, it really, people ask, well, what do you want to be a politician for? But I don't call it being a politician. I call it serving the people. It doesn't matter if you're Republican, you're a Democrat, you're black, white, red, blue, purple, whatever. It's about serving the people, and I enjoy serving the people. My dad always tells me, you're just like your mom. You're always going, and you can't tell anybody no, and I love that.
Okay.
I love helping people.
Okay, so are you running unopposed this time around?
No, ma'am. I am running against Candace Edwards. She's
Okay.
the circuit clerk now.
Okay.
And when I ran for the Eastern District job, there were 5 of us running.
Okay.
And there was a runoff between myself and another lady.
Okay.
And then, which is now working in my office.
Okay.
But I've been unopposed for all these years until I decided to run for the circuit clerk's job.
Okay. So where do you reside still in Caraway, or do you live?
Yes, I'm still in Caraway.
Okay.
I've been there all my life.
Okay.
I was actually born on Main Street of Caraway, Arkansas, so I could literally say I've been there all my life.
Oh my goodness. So how does your family feel about you being in this arena? I don't want to call it politics, but
Yes.
Well, you can word it as how do they feel about you running for this office?
They're excited about it. They're, it seems to me that The county now does not work together. It seems to work. The Republicans work for this side, the Democrats work for this side, and actually in our position for the circuit clerk and the county judge, the assessor, the tax collector, we're for service to the people.
Okay.
We're not making laws or there's nothing that we can change other than the atmosphere in the office to work in unity.
So transitioning into that, how important does transparency mean to you in the office?
It is very important to me. I want my office in Lake City is, it's a friendly office. I want people to know who I am. I want them to be able to come in, and if they're needing to look up something, I want it to be easy for them to look up. I want us to be in the office helpful, very helpful. We always tell everybody in the Eastern District they're spoiled because we will try our best to do whatever we can to help someone, even if it's not in the Eastern District. If it's something in the Western District, we're going to try our best to do and help them.
Okay. And so if you are elected and you come to Jonesboro, where will your office be located?
It'll be in the main courthouse there on Main Street.
On Main Street, okay.
Yes.
Okay. And so are there fees attached to getting any copies of any documents?
Yes, ma'am. There's several fees for different documents. 50 cents for a copy. If you need a certified copy, it's $5. And, setting up new cases or $165. Okay. There's fees attached to most everything except for recording the DD-214s for the military and the services. Those are free.
Okay.
Okay, now I have a question, and Kubila may have asked this earlier, so I apologize because, again, I was working on technical things. What is the difference between the circuit clerk and the county clerk? We've had the county clerk, Mr. Kate Holliday, on the show earlier, and you are running for circuit clerk. So what is the difference between the two positions, and how do the two positions work together?
Okay, all the offices actually work together, but in the county clerk's office, he is strictly probate cases, and probate cases are for estates for deceased. They do guardianships, and then he's also he pays the bills for the county. And in the circuit clerk, we're just the record keeper for the, like I said, the deeds and mortgages and things like that.
Okay. So you all have to communicate by sharing. If something's filed, you share with him, or he shares with you, or whoever's in that position.
Well, not out in their office. In my office in the Eastern District now, we share our records with them because I do some of what the county clerk does out here. So we're by the first of the year, we'll be able to go online and he can see my instruments, I can see theirs. Now, in the circuit clerk's office, she can see what we record and we see what she records.
Okay. And I know that recently there's been a new feature, a new website. I don't know if it's part of the City of Jonesboro's website, or is it a separate website where people can now go online and view like marriage certificates or birth certificates. They can view all types of documents.
That's actually in the county clerk's office.
County clerk's office.
Yes.
And so what is the website? Do you know the website offhand? Where people can go? I'll look up that information.
No, I'm not. That's new and I'm not real sure. We like to go on to see if you vote or, are a registered voter. There is a website to go on, but I don't know what that is.
Okay.
I think you can actually go to the county clerk's webpage and it will give you instructions on what to do from there.
Well, I know we've discussed with Mr. Cade before about it's called Voter View. There's a website for that, but now they have a website you can view other documents, even if it's related to yourself.
Yes, that's new in their
Okay.
office, and we haven't got that in Lake City yet.
Oh,
So.
okay. So do you think it's going to come anytime soon?
Yes,
or-
it should be up and available after the first of the year.
Okay. Alrighty, we're going to get ready for a break soon. So you're listening to Community Conversations on KLEK 102.5 FM. We're speaking with Miss Lesia Couch. She is running for the Craighead County Circuit Clerk position, currently serving in the Eastern District. Join us back here in a few moments.
You listen to Community Conversations. This is KLEK 102.5 FM.
You're listening to Community Conversations on KLEK 102.5 FM. We'll be right back.
Is your teen preparing to leave home? I'm Mark Merrill with today's Family Minute. Over the past few years, I've watched all 5 of my kids grow up and head out into the world. Though I can't be with them as they journey into life after high school, I worked hard to prepare them. So, if your teen is about to leave the nest, be sure to share these 10 life skills with them. First, make sure they know some basic cooking skills. They'll be much better off knowing how to prepare a few simple, healthy dishes rather than eating out for every meal. Second, it's important for your child to know how to keep a budget and manage their money. Remember, your family first.
Want to connect with Mark on Twitter? Follow him at twitter.com/Mark Merrill. The Family Minute with Mark Merrill, helping families love well.
Family Minute is made possible by the Kappa Nu Omega chapter of Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated, a nonprofit organization committed to service to all mankind. Kappa Nu Omega Alpha Kappa Alpha on Facebook.
Attention members and guests. KLEK 102.5 FM and Legends 1025 presents the A-State After Party for grown folks. It's going down after every Arkansas State home football game this season at Legends 1025, 1025 West Johnson Avenue in front of Riceland Foods. Admission starts at just $5. 21 and up to enter. Live broadcast on KLEK 102.5 FM. Music by DJ Sharkzilla. Hosted by Mr. Chew. Let's cheer on the Arkansas State Red Wolves to victory. And then celebrate after each home game at Legends 1025. These events are KLEK fundraisers.
The first 30 ladies get in free. New St. John Missionary Baptist Church Pastors Aid Committee presents a fish fry fundraiser Sunday, October 9th at the church located at 308 North Main Street in Jonesboro. The time is 1 o'clock p.m. The deadline to pre-order plates is September 24th. The plates include 3 pieces of fish, choice of 2 sides, dessert, and drink. More information is available at the church at 870-932-6915.
Lame excuses and other forms of voter apathy have no place in American democracy. Show that you care, do your duty, and go vote. This is a reminder from Cheryl Underwood Radio.
And now back to Community Conversations on KLEK 102.5 FM.
And we're back on Community Conversations with our guest, Mrs. Lesia Couch. She is the Democratic candidate for Craighead County Circuit Clerk. And we were talking with Mrs. Couch off the air. I was looking on her Facebook page, which is Lesia Couch for Craighead County Circuit Clerk. So if you want to learn some more information about that, you can definitely go on her Facebook page and get that information and follow the page and follow her campaign if you so choose to do so. Now, of course, according to the page, I'm reading this section that says that it has been my honor serving the Eastern District of Craighead County for the past 15 years. I feel it's time to use my experience on a higher level in the capacity as Craighead County Circuit Clerk. It would be with great pleasure to represent and serve all the citizens of Craighead County. So my question is what made you go back those 15 years ago and decide that you wanted to do public service?
Well, when I graduated school, I went to a VOTEC school for a dental assistant. So, and I enjoyed that. And then I became pregnant with my first son. And so I decided I would stay at home. And then as he got older, I got the opportunity to work as a municipal clerk for district court there in Lake City in the old courthouse. So I worked there for 5 years, and I enjoyed working with the public and serving the people. Then after about 5 years, I got an opportunity to go back to my hometown to the bank. It was the Caraway Bank at that time. And so I worked there in the banking business. I've worked in the banking business for 16 years. And as everything else, things change. And I decided I was tired of working in the bank and decided this opportunity arose for me to run for the office for the Eastern District, and so I ran for it, and I have been serving the Eastern District for 15 years, and I'm now excited. I just think that I can make a change out here in the courthouse in Jonesboro. I think that hopefully that we can get some unity back into the courthouse and all work together.
Okay, so it's about each department working together, making sure the paperwork is streamlined, and we've had a previous guest that talked about, or maybe it was back in the early election time, back in March, we had some different people running for judge positions, and they talked about how streamlining just the various processes and making sure things are available on the computer. You're not having to log into one system for one thing and another system for another thing, and everybody has access in essence to the same thing, and everything, the communication is clear among the different departments.
Yes, that's basically some of the things that I'm looking for, for us to work together, for us to, be able to, if they need something in a different office, to come to my office and us be able to help them, or them to be able to look up online for what they need.
Okay. Now let's talk about some of your meet and greet events that you've had, and if you have anything coming up.
We do have another event coming up. The one we had was in Caraway. Had a great response, a great time, good fellowship, and was excited about that. And also we'll be having another one. Not sure just exactly. The fair kind of got involved or in the way of that.
Okay.
Had a great time at the fair. I had a booth out there. I had a lot of people to stop by, and I so much appreciated everyone stopping by and giving me a word of encouragement.
Okay.
It's exciting.
Okay.
So when people walk up to you, do they walk up to you and express their concerns? Are there any issues that they bring to your attention that they want you to address if you are elected?
There are some things that they bring to my attention, and things that they would like to see changed. But
are there any examples you can give?
Well, I had rather not talk about what goes on out there, because I'm not out there, and I don't know. And until I get into that office, then one thing we hear is y'all are so much friendlier at Lake City, but it's a small town, and when someone comes in, we can pretty much call them by name. There's 3 employees in my office, and someone can typically call them by name. And I know that's not going to be possible out here, but I want everybody to know who their circuit clerk is, and if they need some help, that they can call on me at any time, any day, and I'll try to help them in any way possible.
All right, Mrs. Couch, so let's assume that you do get elected to the office. What would you do on day one?
Well, I think it's important that, and like I said, I'm not there in the office. The things that I hear are just hearsay. So,
Well, we're not talking about hearsay,
Right.
but like, what are some things that you would do to hit the ground running so that you could be the best possible circuit clerk that you could be if you are elected?
well, one thing is I would like to move my desk out front where people can, when they come in, that, if possible, that I can help them with what they need. I want them to be able to see me there and to be able to speak to me whenever they need to. I know there's a lot of times that, I'll be in the courtroom or whatever, but I want to be available out front and get some.
Okay. So you want to get to know the residents, to get to know the
Yes.
people that you're serving.
Yes.
Okay. I haven't been in the courthouse in that particular one, so I don't know where the office is. It tucked away in a back somewhere?
Her office is in the back. I'm not even sure if she stays in that office,
Okay.
because like I said, I'm not out there. But I know my aunt, when she was the circuit clerk, her office was when you came in the front door, you saw her.
Okay.
And I know things have changed, and that may be the way it has to be, but I'm used to people when they come in, I'm the one they see. I'm the first person they see when they come in at Lake City.
Okay. All right. So I want to switch gears a little bit and talk about some of the community work that you are personally involved in, so people can see that, yes, you're all about business, and also that you're all about the people, like you care. So let's talk about some community events that you are involved in.
Some of the community things that I'm involved in is there is a group that's called Camp Quality, and what Camp Quality is a camp for kids with cancer and their siblings, and I was involved in that for about 12 years before I was diagnosed with breast cancer myself, so I had to take a few years off, but the last couple of years, I've been back involved, and you volunteer a week at camp, and it's just a week of camp for kids to have fun, to have normal everyday fun without treatments, and they can forget about their sickness. And then work with our youth on Wednesday night, the children, and we have a program called WOW. It's Worship on Wednesday.
Okay.
And I'm in charge of the crafts there. We have a lady that does a lesson, and then one for games, and I do crafts, or when she's not there, I'll do the lesson with them. But we have also, our church has a block party trailer, which we're go out to the different churches. We just last couple of weeks went out to Philadelphia and had a block party in the trailer park, and it's an awesome time serving, and I love serving the people.
Okay. So do you have anything else coming up besides the WOW? Is it every Wednesday?
Yes, ma'am. It's every Wednesday night, and then I'm also the Sunday school teacher for pre-K through first grade.
So you like the little children.
I like the little children. I do. I love the big kids too, but I serve mainly with the first through sixth grade.
Okay.
Or sixth grade down, I guess, because we have some preschoolers and some babies. But
okay. And so when you say you get into this new position, do you plan on increasing the activities that you're involved in, or getting involved with something more citywide, say in Jonesboro?
Or even countywide?
Probably so. The girls at work tell me I have a hard time telling somebody no. So if somebody needs some help with something, I'm usually volunteering to help. I love service. My husband is wonderful. He's like me. He loves to serve and help other people also. So we do a lot of volunteering, or, if the pastor needs something on Sunday and he can't get any volunteers, well, he always knows that he can, call on us to do whatever we need.
Okay. I want to ask, and if you don't mind talking about, you mentioned that you are a breast cancer survivor, and so this will also help the people get to know a little more about you. When were you diagnosed?
I was diagnosed in 2011.
Okay.
At that time, my husband, he went into the hospital, was going to go and have a test run, and we just thought he would probably have to have some stents. He was having a little bit of trouble, but anyway, we went in and he had his test done, and when they came out, they said, well, he was going to have 4 bypasses, and in the meantime, I had a doctor's appointment that week to go to the doctor, so I went on to get my yearly checkup. And then they sent me over right then for a mammogram and for ultrasound.
Okay.
And from my mammogram. And so then in the next couple of days, they diagnosed me with having breast cancer. And so everything happened, all within 1 week. And everybody kept saying, what in the world is going on? You having heart surgery, you're having breast cancer, and had to take chemo and radiation. And, we just relied on the Lord, said the good Lord is getting us ready for something bigger and better.
And look at you now, you're still up and going and working hard for the people, so we really appreciate that. And I'm sure the residents of the area that you serve really appreciate your dedication to your job, because you could have called it quits and said, I'm just going to take this time off and take care of me. You decided to get back up and hit the ground running again.
Yes, ma'am. I didn't, chemo is tough, as everyone well knows. And I pushed myself to go because I am a people person. Okay. And I took my treatments on Thursday and went back and got a shot to keep my blood count up on Friday, and back at work on Monday.
You did all of that through chemo as well?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
I didn't miss, I may have missed maybe 1 day of work. I missed on Thursdays, the day that I took my chemo treatment, because it just took so long to take them.
Wow. Wow.
Well, Kabila, breast cancer survivors can be very strong women. I mean,
yes.
I always use the example of my own mother, in which the station is named after, as an inspiration.
I'm learning more and more every day, and I applaud and honor all of the women who have gone through the different treatments and survived, and I applaud you.
Yeah, the doctor told me, he said, the reason you've done so well is because of my attitude, because, I just was bound and determined I was not going to let this get me down. And I'm a people person, and I didn't want to stay home and be miserable home alone.
Okay. And so we were talking about community service earlier. So with you being a survivor in October coming up, like in several days, do you have any plans on getting involved in any type of breast cancer awareness events, or do you do anything special in your own office?
We do. We wear pink, and we've also have in our office had some things donated, to, as the city would give away different things there in Lake City for that week, okay. Breast Cancer Week. So it's kind of unique, we just work together. Okay. Everybody works together, and we just do whatever. And I haven't been able to do any of the breast cancer walks. I had a knee replacement, okay. So I don't get to walk like I would like to.
My grandmother had that as well, so I can somewhat understand. Well, we are speaking with Mrs. Lesia Couch. She's running for the Craighead County Clerk on the Democratic ticket. If you have a call or a question for it, phone line is 870-277-1080. Once again, the phone number is 870-277-1080. You can also post your comments on our Facebook Live feed.
Ms. Lisa, I really thank you for being our guest and, sharing your experience, some of your life with us and with the people that are listening and watching. Would you have any thoughts for anyone that's considering running for a public office? any advice, I guess you say?
My advice in these county races is that, we're all working together. We need to work in unison. We're not working against each other, regardless of the party that we're affiliated with. And, I would just like to see that more as Craig County working together as a whole, regardless of your race, your political party. I would just like for us to be, in unison together.
I would say that you have to have a heart for the people, no matter what your position is. You have to have some sense of compassion and empathy, not necessarily sympathy, but empathy, because you never know what someone else is going through or dealing with, and they may come into your office not in a great mood, or they need a copy for something. They've been all around town trying to get this paperwork, and then you may be the last person, and so they need a friendly face. They need someone to say, okay, how can I help you, in a calm manner.
And that's what I feel like that we represent is that because, like I said, we will try whatever, regardless of what you're looking for, if it's in the Eastern District or the Western District. If you need help, you can call and we'll do our best. The girls in the office will always tell everybody, you put her on that mission and it's accomplished. So, yeah, I love serving the people, and I hope to serve the whole Craighead County as a whole.
Okay, now how long is the term for this position?
It's actually a 2-year term.
2-year term.
I think they're trying to get that on the ballot to be a 4-year term, but right now it's just a 2-year term.
Okay, so say that you are elected for this 2 years. Will you run again? Like, how long do you see yourself work in this position?
I can, as long as my mind will let me. I intend on. I'm not a homebody. I like being around people.
Okay. So, we talked a little bit before the show started that you have had family members that were in similar positions or did. They worked within the city and county government. Has any of your children or grandchildren expressed any interest in following your footsteps?
No, ma'am. Not right now. They're still kind of little. My granddaughter, that's 18, that graduated last year, she's going for nursing school. So
she's gonna go and do something totally different.
Yes.
Okay. So, do all of your grandchildren live close
Yes.
around?
Yes, they're all within 2 or 3 miles with each other. I think the furthest one away is maybe 10 miles.
Okay.
So, but that's there in Lake City where I work, so.
Okay. Alrighty, you're listening to Community Conversations on KLEK 102.5 FM. We're speaking with Ms. Lesia Couch, who is the, right now, Eastern District Circuit Clerk, but running for Craighead County, the Western District.
Actually, I'm the Eastern District Deputy Clerk.
Deputy Clerk.
Yes.
I'm so sorry.
And I'm running for the Circuit Clerk for
Okay.
Craighead County.
Okay, we're going to get ready for a break, and we'll be right back after these announcements.
You listen to Community Conversations. This is KLEK 102.5 FM.
You're listening to Community Conversations on KLEK 102.5 FM. We'll be right back.
We're back with Money Matters. I'm Alfred Edmond Jr. Today, we're talking about the financial codependent. If this is you, you are clueless about your finances. If there is a budget, someone else, a parent, a sibling, a romantic partner, or spouse, handles everything, including paying bills. Financial codependents often go well into adulthood without ever paying their own bills, or even having a realistic perception of the cost of living. The dangers here are obvious. 1. Being dependent on others leaves one open to being controlled and even neglected and abused by others. Worse, codependents are often devastated when hit with divorce, death, or other circumstances that takes away the person they blindly depended on. If this is you, it's time to grow up and take control of your finances. Balance your own checkbook, get credit in your own name, and pay your own bills. Plan your own financial future. I'm Alfred Edmond Jr. for Money Matters, a product of American Urban Radio Networks.
Money Matters is made possible by the Jonesboro Alumni Chapter of Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated, a nonprofit organization dedicated to uncompromising commitment to communities, service, leadership, empowerment. www.jonesboroalumnidst.org.
Experience the joy with Bishop Adrian R. Rogers of Fullness of Joy Church, 3307 Ray Street, Jonesboro, Arkansas, 72401.
The City of Jonesboro Civil Service Commission will be testing for the position of entry-level firefighter. Applications are available at the Human Resources Department located at City Hall, 300 South Church Street, Suite 100 in Jonesboro, Arkansas. The qualifications are candidates must be a United States citizen, possess a high school diploma or GED, be a minimum of 21 years of age, a maximum age of 34 years of age as required by Arkansas law, no felony convictions. Applicants are also required to possess a valid driver's license, pass a written exam, a physical agility test, a drug screen, medical exam, and a comprehensive background check, including a polygraph test. The City of Jonesboro is an equal opportunity employer, and women and minorities are especially encouraged to apply. More information is available at 870-933-4640. Applications will be available through October 14th, 2016.
The key to our representative form of American democracy is the right to vote. When you cast a ballot on Election Day, you make America stronger. Now is the time to register. Election Day will soon be here. Do your part and vote. This is a reminder from Cheryl Underwood Radio.
From the KLEK Community Calendar, A-State Care presents After School Tutoring in the Community. Available Tuesdays and Thursdays from 3 o'clock p.m. until 5 o'clock p.m. through December 6, 2016. Subjects that will be taught will be language arts, writing, reading comprehension, mathematics, science, geography, social studies, and history. The address is 911 Magnolia Road in Jonesboro, Arkansas.
And now back to Community Conversations on KLEK 102.5 FM.
Welcome back to Community Conversations on KLEK 102.5 FM. I'm your host or co-host, Quabila Hart, along with Mr. Cato Wonder and my special guest, Ms. Lesia Couch. And we've been having a very interesting conversation about her position that she's running for, which is Craighead County Circuit Clerk, and the position she currently serves, which is Deputy Clerk. It took me a whole hour, but I got it right. We talked about a little bit about her life, and I thank you for sharing, parts of your life and your story concerning your breast cancer, your treatments, and going through all of that. So thank you so much for sharing and opening up, because you never know who else you might can help by sharing that part of your life. Someone may be facing that, or there may be someone with a family member going through that, and just hearing how you allowed your spirit and personal motivation to kind of be your guide, to push you, to not let the disease get the best of you. You got the best of it. So,
yes, ma'am.
And so we've been talking about some different community events that you're involved in, how you're involved with your. What is the name of your church? I'm sorry, we never.
New Hope Baptist Church, and we're in Black Oak.
Okay, so you talked about how you're active with the. It's called WOW. I've heard of WOW. So there's several churches around that host that program, and it's called Worship on Wednesdays. And you work with the little people. I call them the little people.
Yes.
They're not babies, but they're the 6th grade and under, basically. And then you also volunteer with Camp Quality, which is a camp for children with cancer and their siblings. And it's a 1-week camp. And it just, you said it allows the children to just be out of the facility and away from treatments and away from, I guess, all things medical for a time frame.
Right.
How can someone that wants to participate volunteer with this program? How can they go about getting information?
We have a website set up, and you can go to Camp Quality Arkansas, and there's information on there about how to become a volunteer.
Okay. And then if someone has a child that has cancer or is, that's going through treatments, is there also an option on the website to sign them up?
Yes, it has all the information on the website on how to get involved, people to contact, and so.
Okay. So if this is something that you're interested in, or you know someone who could benefit from this service. Now, when does the camp run?
It's always in June. It's always the week before Father's Day. The volunteers will go, and you have to be trained, so it's not just you leaving your child with someone that's not trained or not aware of what's going on. We have a training that we have to attend, and it's mandatory that you have to attend that training. And so usually the volunteers will arrive on Saturday and get things set up and get it decorated. There's always a theme every year.
Okay.
And so you'll get that all decorated up, and then the campers start arriving on Sunday.
Okay.
And it is a week of fun. If you ever go, then you'll be hooked.
Okay. And where is the camp located?
The camp is located at Ball Knob, Arkansas. It's at the Community of Christ at their church camp.
Okay. So if you have any flyers, any information coming up soon on when training is, please let us know so that we can pass that information along.
Okay, I sure will.
To others.
Thank you.
And so you have already had several meet and greets. You went to the county, is it the county fair?
Yes.
Okay, you went to the fair. You talked about your experience there and different people that shared some concerns. And, we won't get into that now because we don't want to shed a bad light on anyone else. These are just things they share with you personally.
Right.
So, but you did state that if you were elected, there's some things you hope to change. And I'm sure that the people you serve now know that the character you have, that you would bring that with you.
Yes.
To Craighead County, I keep saying Craighead, to Jonesboro. It's all Craighead County.
That's right.
Okay, so we talked a little bit off air that you have another event you're attending, the Bay Harvest Festival.
Yes, the Bay Harvest Festival is this Saturday. They'll have Friday night they'll have a fish fry, and then Saturday morning will be a parade and different booths set up for activities. And I think they're going to have a bounce house, and the senior citizens will have bean dinner for lunch and just several different things.
So do you know about where in Bay this is going to be, like the street name or something?
It's on, I call it the main street. It's on the street where the school is at.
Okay. Street where the school.
Mm-hmm.
So if you would like the chance to go meet Miss Lisa, head on down to Bay this Saturday. What time on Saturday?
The parade starts at 9, then the festivities will start after that, and usually till probably at 2 o'clock, I think they say it starts kind of slowing down. Yes, and I'll be giving away free snow cones, so come by and grab a free snow cone, and I'd like to introduce myself to you and for everybody to get to know me.
All right, we have 1 minute left, so in this final minute, Mrs. Couch, let the listeners know why you feel that they should elect you as the next circuit clerk of Craighead County.
Well, I feel like I need to be elected for the circuit clerk for Craighead County because I love serving the people, and I think I can do that job. I do that job now, and I think I can better the county by serving out here in Jonesboro for everyone.
All right, I want to thank Mrs. Couch for stopping by the studio. Once again, Craighead County. Where'd that come from? KLEK and the Voice of Arkansas Minority Advocacy Council does not endorse nor support any candidate for office. We do provide these interviews for informational purposes only, but we do encourage you to listen to these interviews. They are on our Facebook page. Listen to what each candidate says, and then make your decision when you step into that voter's booth. Mayor's Week is coming October 17th through the 24th, so you definitely don't want to miss that one. You guys be great. Have a blessed day, and we will see you tomorrow. This is KLEK 102.5 FM.